Hello everybody, welcome to the Footywired Round 7 review and Round 8 preview. Good round this week. There was not really any close games. There was a couple high scoring games, but all in all the games were pretty much one-sided. One team stays undefeated, one team stays with only one win, and it's all pretty tight around the middle. So let's get into the review of round 7. Alright, so let's start off with Gators Bitches defeating Maltese Falcons, who have been on a good run. Gators Bitches winning 413 to 359. The best three plays for Gators were Butters as a tackler with 65, Neil as a utility with 105, he was loopholed in, and Zorko as a halfback with 69. As for the Falcons, English was excellent in the ruck. He got 45. Tracy as a full forward, got 37. And George Hewitt kept up his good form as a utility, and he got 87.5. Optimised lineups, a bit more of a gap there, 443 to 398.5. Kerno would have come into the full forward spot. Neil would have gone to half forward because he kicked his 3 goals, and Butters would have gone to utility. Whereas for the Falcons, Blakey gets the half forward spot because he also kicked 3 goals, and Finn Callahan would have come into utility as Hewitt would have gone to the tackler, and Wiedemann also gets a go. So let's go on to the next game. It's Seek and Destroy 399, defeating Bombers Forever 335. Dacos utility 108.5. William Drew was a tackler, he got 53, and Gorn as a ruck got 43. As for Bombers, Sheasel got 59, Phil Thorpe as a full forward got 36, and McRae as a midfield got 47, and he was loopholed in. If you look at the optimised lineups, it would have been 407.5 to 388.5. Gorn would have been the full forward, and Stanley would have come in into the ruck spot there. The midfielders would have changed as well for Seek and Destroy. Whereas Bont, once again, would have got a position in the forward line. Roberts would have been the utility, which is interesting. And Ashcroft gets a run as well as Sheasel going to half back. Game of the round. It's Punters Paddock, 419, lost to Gods of Olympus, who stay undefeated, 448. Punters Paddock in some good form, some good two good games with high scores, but still with only the one win. That was last week. They were led by Meek, who got 61 as a ruck, almost brought it home. Hitwood as a full forward got 56, and Jeremy Cameron as a half forward got 54. Whereas the Gods, Brayshaw led the way. He was utility, 108.45, beating some great form, as has Atkins as a tackler, got 66. And Josh Dacos was loopholed in as a midfielder and got 63. Optimised lineups, other way around. Reverse fixture here. Reverse result. Punters would have got the win. 481.5 to 476.5. Salem and Sparrow would have come in. They had some good games, and Wilkie would have come in as well. And the Gods, Chad and Marshall would have got a run with those ones. Otherwise, some other positional swaps there as well. So next game, Sugar Daddy's 310 lost to El Diablos 398. The reigning champions are struggling with 2 wins and are struggling to score as well. Darcy Cameron was the ruck. He was loopholed, got 44. Himmelberg as a halfback got 45, and Sherry in the ruck got 30. In the tackler, got 30. For El Diablos, Ben King 56 as a full forward. Dunkley as a tackler got 46. And McCluggage as a utility got 91.5. They also did lose Carl Amon to injury as well through that game through concussion. Optimised lineups for this one, 377 to 434. Diablo is still getting the win. Big H would have come in as Sherry would have gone to utility, and Rao would have been the tackler. So those two would have swapped positions there. For Diablos, Big Truck would have got the run as a half forward. And Cripps also, who's been sitting on the bench and not getting the game, probably would have come in. So maybe that's a trade bait. Who knows what the Cox are doing. Last game that we're going to look at is Renegades 355, defeating the Rangers Anonymous at 320. TDK led the way with 91 as a utility. Oliver as a tackler who was loopholed got 43. And Smith as a midfielder got 56. Look at the Rangers. They got Vlosten. He led the way. Halfback, 50. Merritt, as a midfielder, got 53. And Georgiadis, once again, 36. Feels like we're saying the same players every week for the Rangers Anonymous. One thing we are saying every week is Rangers Anonymous optimised lineup has been fantastic and once again over 400. Would have got the win again on the optimised lineup, 384 to 416. For Renegades, Heaney would have come to full forward and Darren would have been the half forward. Smith would have been the utility and Warple Worrell would have got a run. Whereas for Rangers, Caddy goes to full forward and still side bottom. Jack Still, who has actually showed some form, would have come in and Viney was fantastic as a tackler. Right, so let's have a look at the team of the week. 553 and a half. Would have been Hipwood as the full forward, 56, and Neil would have been the half forward with 60. Dacos comes in utility at 108.5. Brayshaw may be a bit unlucky, but he goes in the midfield with 71. And Big Meeky gets the ruck spot with 61. Lloyd! Wangani Malira is the follower with 62. Zorko is the halfback with 69. And Atkins is the tackler. He gets 66. If we have a look at the ladder, God's 7-zip, 2 games clear on top of El Diablos, who was another game clear of Falcons and the Bombers. 4 teams on 3 wins led by the Gators. Sugar and Punters, Paddock, well, they've got a little bit of work to do, really. So let's have a look at this week's round 8 fixtures. Alright, so round 8 sees Sugar plays Seek and Destroy. Diablos play the Punters. Gods play Renegades. Rangers play Falcons. And Bombers play Gators. Bitches. Have a look at it. A couple injuries here for each team. Some are okay. Sugar, well, they can welcome back Fogarty, who is a test. More likely might play, but we'll see. And Tom Stewart, is he going to play? He's not going to play. We don't know what the Cats do. Does Tom Stewart need a rest? Who knows? Seek and Destroy, they've got no new injury news. What are the loophole options here? Sugar's got 7 players to choose from because he's playing, or 7 players playing Thursday night, who can choose from. And if Fogarty plays, he has an option for him to to loop on Saturday. Actually, no, that's not true. He's got 7 players to choose from on Thursday, providing Fogarty or Stewart doesn't play. Because if Fogarty or Stewart doesn't play, then he's really got does play. He's got no injuries and he can't really loophole anyone. For Seek and Destroy, Thursday, they've got LDU. Friday, they've got Sinclair, Langford, or even Clark on Friday. And they've got some good options early on Saturday as well. El Diablos versus Punters. Diablos, they lose Amon to concussion. And Punters, they can welcome back Trelaw, who is a test this week and from all reports probably will play. Will they rest him for one more week? Who knows? Diablos, they can probably go Sarong on Friday or even Parker on Thursday night if they want to. They have got an option to options for a few players on Saturday if they would rather go that way there. Punters, well, they've got halfback options in Ridley and Wilkie. Ridley plays Thursday, Wilkie plays Friday. And Richards, he plays on Saturday, as does Dawson and Trelaw if he's picked. Once again, these are the earlier options that can loophole, plus injuries can come into effect. One team that is affected by injuries is Falcons, in terms of no injuries. So they've really got, unless Jackson doesn't play, they've really got no option for a loophole as well. Whereas Rangers Anonymous, they've got Merritt, who can play Thursday still, or Bolton play on Friday. They're an option there for Rangers. Who Bolton's back because it's daylight, and Kalina goes to test. Once again, Jackson, he did travel with the team. Whether he plays or not, I'm not 100% sure for Falcons. Bombers and Gators. Well, Bombers got the Thrill Seeker. He did hurt his hand last week, and apparently the bone might have got him through the skin. I'm not 100% sure. But he did play on, so he's going to play this week again. Not too sure. Otherwise, no other injuries. For the Gators, Hinge is suspended, so he's not available to play, and Myers may be a test. Geelong put TBC on the injury report, so who knows what they're doing. Bombers, for a loophole. Daniel or Sheasel possibly for Thursday. McRae for Friday if they wish, and McRae's in that position at the moment. Gators, it's my team, so I'm probably going to say it. We're going to go Butters as the option there. Did I miss someone? I feel like I didn't do... I know Renegades. I did do Renegades. Oh, I didn't do Gods or Renegades. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry, Steve. But Gods, and this is probably throwing Mick's video out completely. Gods play Renegade. Lineman's a test. That's no other injury news, really. Gods, they've got McKercher Thursday if they want to. Otherwise, Friday, they've got options with Brayshaw, Marshall, and Wanganeen Malira. Renegades, they've got Durham and Shill on Thursday. And also Young probably looks like the better option to go Friday for them. Unless he wants to wait for Rankin and TDK who play the Twilight on Saturday. Alright, so let's have a look at AFL fixture this week. Roos and Dons on Thursday night. Not a very... Well, might be a good game, who knows. Saints and Friday. Yeah. Dogs and Port playing Ballarat on Saturday, which looks like it will be a good game. Crows play the Blues Twilight on Saturday. And Saturday night has the Eagles and the D's and the Pies and the Cats. Sunday is the Battle of the Bridge or whatever it's called. Swans versus GWS. Hawks play the Tigers. And also the Q clashes on the Sunday, which is the last game of the round. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much. I'll make sure Mix fixes the video so you don't even know nothing went wrong except for me talking. Other than that, thank you. Says.